Namaste to all of you. Today we are going to discuss a very important chapter called Ama. Ama, if you are studying Ayurveda, you will come this word across so many times. In Ayurveda, Ama is considered as one of the most root cause of all the diseases, almost all the diseases. So that's why we have to understand what Ama is. So according to Ashtanga Hriday, one of our classic book, it's mentioned that because of hypofunctioning of our fire, hypofunctioning of our digestive fire, the very first material made in our stomach, if that is not proper and it's going to retain in our stomach, that's what we call Ama. So Ama is a sort of product material what's formed because of the low Agni. Then we can see an unripe, uncooked, raw, immature, undigested food. And that is what we say going to contaminate and is the root cause of all the problems. And we have to understand this very well. Whatsoever we eat, it has to transform into the body tissues. Therefore, you need a special set of enzymes, what we call Agni. And in our body, there are different type of Agnis. And one main Agni is Jathar Agni. We'll be discussing that in detail some other time. But for today, I would like to point out that Jathar Agni, that is main Agni, that is a main set of enzymes what are responsible for conversion of food into the body tissue. And at that level, if it's not formed well, then and going to retain that in our stomach, that's Ama. And that's why stomach has got a name, that's what we call Amasya. Amasya made of two words, Ama and Asya. Ama, what I have just told you, and Asya is name of a utensil or the place where it's going to be. So Ama starts in our stomach. As you see, if I say that this is the root cause of almost all the diseases, then how important it is to know that why it has formed in our body. So I told you that it's because of the low Agni, hypofunctioning of Agni. You see, if Agni is hot, then Ama is cold. It's just opposite in quality. Agni is sharp, then Ama should be dull. Agni is light, Ama is heavy. Agni is dry, and Ama is oily. Agni has got quality to spread, and whereas Ama is stagnant, and Agni is fragrant. And if you have got Ama, if your patient has got Ama, then there should be full smell. Patient is not feeling fresh in him. You can see that it's of stagnant, dull, cold, heavy, oily, sort of sticky material. And that sticky material, Ayurveda believes that it accumulates in the body, it clogs our channel, we call that srotas, it clogs our channel for transportation, it disrupts tissue nutrition that way. And if it gets into the deeper tissue, then it will coat and clog the cell membrane. And by clogging and coating that, it inhibits cellular communication. And that way, our immune system gets weak. And when it starts forming in our body, Ama, then we can get clogging in our channels, and the patient can feel congestion in our sinus, constipation, and heaviness. You can see that if a food is not digested well and patient has got constipation, that vata is supposed to come in upward direction. That way patient experience indigestion with full feeling of the abdomen. Your taste will change. You don't have proper taste. Your appetite will be little less. And one very important, if you're not digesting food well and feeling heavy, clogged, then there is mental confusion also. You are not that happy. You are not that clear-minded, what we say. And these diseases can be compared with modern allopathy also, like if patients are having atherosclerosis, if their blood sugar is elevated, having more sugar, patients with depression, Rheuma factor if it's positive, and how you say, in our stomach we have got a Helicobacter pylori bacteria, blood urea if it's more than required, what we see in gout patients, and gallbladder stones we have patients so many. These are all AMA and unspecified fever. Whensoever patient comes and we can't diagnose that what type of fever it is, then mostly it's because of the AMA. We see so many patients with tumor. It don't have to be what we say malignant. These are all because of the AMA according to Ayurveda. And what are the causes behind? Ayurveda believes that overeating is one of the reason behind. So if you take food more than your body needs and fire is not enough, certainly food is going to be left behind, and that will ferment, that will contaminate the undigested food. And so these are the reasons. And why he eats more? Because his digestion is weak and body is not getting everything out of the food. And he feels like eating more and more. So that's why after very short times they are eating again and again. The body feels like eating. So then there are people, they eat very fried and heavy food. That's also one of the reasons. And contrary to that, what I just said, not only fried and heavy food, but with raw and cold food also. Because what we say in Ayurveda, that raw food, raw thing needs more fire to get digested. And patients with the hypo, with low digestion fire, for them it's raw food is not good at all. Then there's one more category of the food we call that very sweet things, very heavy food they take with more sugar. And in our daily routine, we can say people, those who sleep during the daytime sleep in Ayurveda we don't recommend, and that's one of the reasons of low digestion fire. And then very important, that lack of exercise. People nowadays, they don't use their body physically that much. Then what we can do at our kitchen level and daily routine, what should be done to improve your digestion fire so that AMA should be reduced. So what you should do in your daily life, and Ayurveda says there should be some food items in your diet on daily basis so that AMA should not be formed that much. You see, we believe that small amount of AMA formed is very normal. If you eat every day, you will form a little bit AMA also. And it's not a problem provided if it's efficiently removed from your body. If it's not removed efficiently from your body, only then it's going to give you problems. So then our focus should be that we should not be forming AMA by increasing our Agni. So therefore, in Indian kitchen or Ayurvedic kitchen, rather you can say, that few herbs are always being used. So you like it or you don't like, in our kitchen, in Ayurvedic kitchen, we put those herbs always, like fresh ginger, and also dry ginger. Dry ginger has got more, uh, it's more hot in potency, and it's also a bit oily as you compare to fresh ginger. So both gingers are good. Garlic is very, very good. We believe that black pepper is sort of oil on the fire. With that, you can increase your digestion fire, and food taken in will get digested very well. Then you have hot water. You can make choice of taking hot water in place of cold water with the food. So people should always opt for hot water because it helps in elevating your digestion fire. And very, very simple adjustment in your diet that can help you to remove all the ama from your stomach and from the body. And one more thing what I will suggest, that one should sweat. He should sit in sun. He should take sun bath. He should do yoga. So body should sweat a little bit, and that is also thinning of the ama in the body. So that way you reduce amount of ama in our body and channels those who carry our food stuff to other body tissue. If they are cleared, then we can speak of good health. So that is concept of ama. And next time I'll be speaking in detail about Agni. So that will make subject more clear. So all the very best. Hopefully this message is clear, and see you next time.